All right.
That's what the last guy said, and then he sued me.
First, we go to the Miami-Dade courthouse, where Judge Catherine Pooler is presiding over a bond hearing. The defendant, Calvin Lloyd Griffith, allegedly broke into a local school and stole an employee's car. Griffith was arrested and is here on charges of grand theft, burglary, and trespassing. He also violated his probation from a previous car theft.
Calvin Lloyd Griffin Jr. on page 12. Good morning. Mr. Griffin is charged with burglary, petty theft, grand theft of a vehicle, and trespass. And he's on probation.
He's out on probation, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm on probation. I'm on paper.
Okay.
Officer be here anyway because I smoke weed and cocaine. So the officer, I smoke weed and cocaine.
The court officials decide to cut Griffith's mic off to prevent him from talking over everyone.
So the officer,
Okay. You're Calvin Griffin?
Mr. Senator has the button pressed.
Oh, okay.
As Judge Pooler continues looking over the paperwork, Griffiths continues to try to get the attention of the judge.
Okay, let's see.
But with Judge Pooler unable to hear Griffith, he decides to try a different approach.
Your Honor. Your Honor.
Not impressed with Griffith's twerking abilities, the judge moves on with the case.
State is requesting that Your Honor set the bond, but reset the case in division tomorrow because his actions violate his probation.
Judge Pooler agrees with the state attorney and set Griffith bond to $18,500.
And there's a statewide order from Miami Edison Senior High. If you should get out, do not go back there. You're not a student anymore. Okay? Thank you for coming in.
As the judge moves on to the next less entertaining defendant, Judge Pooler looks back fondly on her time with Calvin Griffin.
I want the last guy to come back and teach us how to dance. He's a pretty smooth guy.
Next, we're in the Broward County Bond Court in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
go ahead, ma'am.
Mr. Shanus, Abraham Arthur Shanus, and I have been legally divorced for 31 years,
Okay.
and I have the papers to prove it.
This is 80-year-old Dolores Shinus. She landed herself in jail for resisting arrest after violating a restraining order filed by her ex-husband.
We both resided at 20 Bend, and he paid for the apartment entirely. His assumption is because he paid for the apartment, he's entitled to do as he pleases.
I can't get in the middle of who owns the apartment.
I know, that's not the point.
My
The point
is,
I'm telling you,
I need to keep you away from him, all right?
I haven't bothered him for 31 years. Why would I bother him now?
Rather than actually getting up in arms, Judge John Hurley decides to release Shinus on a personal recognizance bond so long as she agrees to stay away from her ex-husband.
You are not allowed to call him, text him, email him. You are to stay 500 feet from him at all times. That's where he lives, where he works, anywhere in between. Ma'am, you're getting a second chance on this case. I don't particularly feel like keeping an 80-year-old woman in the jail who has no criminal record. But this is your second warning. Don't go around him again.
I swear to God and all that's Tony on a stack of Bibles, I will never go near him, talk to him, call him, or
What was
even
the
look
first
at
thing
him.
you were going to swear on besides the Bibles?
All that's holy.
What?
I don't remember.
Oh.
What?
All that's holy.
What?
All that's holy. Yeah.
Oh, all that's holy. Yes, sir. I didn't recognize your twang.
The senior's sassy remark catches Judge Hurley off guard.
Ma'am, have you ever thought of doing a stand-up routine? Have you ever thought about that?
I did. Well, if you pay me good money, sweetheart, I'll be there. I'm really short of funds.
Ma'am, I got to tell you something. You seem like you have a great wit about you.
I do, sir.
Yeah, so...
I mean, sweetheart, that's the only thing I have.
I've been called sweetheart in this courtroom.
Does that mean you're taking me for breakfast?
Let me ask you something, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
How have I done as a judge today? So far, how am I doing?
Not bad, but you could do better.
Can we get a drum roll with this?
With the case already wrapped up, the only thing the judge, the public defender, and all the other inmates are waiting for is one final punchline.
I gotta tell you, you brighten my day, ma'am. All right?
That's what the last guy said, and then he sued me.
You solemnly swear affirm to tell the truth, but the truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Next, we're in Sylvan Lake, Michigan, for the deposition of 42-year-old David E. Taylor. The man on camera may look like just a regular guy, but to the followers of his multi-million-dollar megachurch, they believe he's truly holier than thou.
Mr. Taylor, you also go by the name of the Apostle?
Yes.
David Taylor claims he was personally visited by Jesus Christ and now brings others into the light through his non-profit organization, Joshua Media Ministries International, or JMMI. Today, Taylor's being deposed in a divorce case involving one of his volunteers, a woman who donated over $1 million to his ministry. Now, as part of the divorce proceedings, lawyers want to know exactly how that money was used.
On November 29th, 2013, JMMI paid over $6,000 to Louis Vuitton.
Yes.
What would that be for?
Well, this is for clothes concerning my TV ministry as well.
June 2014, you spent $3,500 by JMMI to Versace in the Bahamas. Yes?
Well, that ain't something I purchase all the time.
Well, it looks like you did several times in...
I mean, I'm a very frugal person when it comes to this.
I don't see Macy's.
No, you don't see that, because Macy's don't have the kind of suits that I wear.
2013 and 14, JMMI spent over $30,000 in your clothes. That sound about right?
What year was that?
13 and 14.
Oh God, yes, because I was traveling so much. Yes, and sweating through all my clothes. Exactly. That probably wasn't enough.
The hot seat gets hotter when Taylor's questioned about the ministry's fleet of luxury cars.
You testified that JMMI owns 3 vehicles, a BMW, a Mercedes, and a Bentley.
Yes.
I had a question, just from you minister to the poor and the sick and all that. Isn't it a little offensive to be driving around in a Bentley and a Mercedes to people that really, are impoverished and sick and ill?
It could be offensive if they didn't know my life.
And the baptism by fire continues when he's asked about a $2.8 million mansion listed as a residential center by the ministry.
All right, so what is this residential center?
Oh, this is a place that the ministry owns. Well, not own, we're in the process of buying that.
All right, so where does the number $2,844,000 come from on your asset and liability?
That's, I guess, the appraisal value of the home.
The lawyer catches that Taylor refers to the property as a home.
Is it a home?
No, it's a residential center.
While Taylor's deposition was just part of a divorce case, it would later come back to haunt him. After the more than 3-hour video was posted online, the ministry and Taylor himself came under fire as allegations of misused funds flooded the internet. Despite the negative publicity, David E. Taylor continues to spread his gospel around the world.